Auntie Mabel hits a pedestrian and gets her licence revoked.
Auntie Mabel won't take a vaccine.
Auntie Mabel didn't see the speed camera.
Auntie Mabel is a free thinker, debating in the free marketplace of ideas. Good evening.
Hi.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad.
Good. Do you want to look at me when I'm talking to you? Or...
No, I'm sending messages.
Okay.
I'm texting other people, mate.
She's back. She's back.
Hi.
Hi. What are we doing today?
Come outside.
Well, yeah. I'm guessing you're not enthusiastic about.
Well, no, because I wanted to do Bamzooki.
I know. I wanted to do Bamzooki too.
So basically, we're just miserable.
Mm-hmm. Well, I put out a Twitter poll. No, an
Instagram poll.
It was Bamzooki or come outside, and it was 50-50. So the people want both. We're going to give them both. But the reason we're doing come outside today is because I didn't have a lot of time to research this one, and she's really silently yawning. That looked so painful. Just yawn, no one minds. It's okay.
I wasn't trying to be silent. It's just how I yawn.
Meg yawns like a cat. She'll maintain eye contact with you. It's really, it's like bag pussies.
We're
so
talking
impressive.
about yawning is making it worse.
Yeah, come outside is like easier to research, and I only had an afternoon to do it, and it's easier to get more content out of, because even though Bamzooki is one of my favourite things on this planet, it's like there's not a lot to talk about it, to be honest. We'll do it, but
Yeah.
don't expect too much. You're ready to do some learning?
Well, you know what's so gutting is that we've just had a conversation off mic, and it was so funny. It's nowhere near
Broadcast quality.
Well, no.
No, you'll never hear it. But believe us, we are funny.
We're silly, if you like.
We're silly, if you will. We're just two little rapscallions. Two rascals. So, Come Outside was...
All right, I will.
Written, directed...
I'd love
and
to leave this room.
I'm not responding to that.
Okay.
It was written, directed and produced by Elizabeth Bennet.
No.
No, it was. It was.
She's not real.
No, she is. She's an actor and a producer.
Real.
No, she is, though.
I know she is.
Do you actually? Like, or have
Yes,
you
I
just
know who
learned that
Elizabeth
now?
Bennet is, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Is she a real person?
Yeah, she's an actor.
Did you know this? I didn't know this.
I think I knew it.
Okay. Because I just read this on Wikipedia and I was like, oh, that's also the name of Elizabeth
I think
Bennet.
I've seen the name pop up before.
Yeah, okay.
In,
I believe you.
a book.
There were 3 series. It ran from 93 to 97.
Is that all? It feels like there was more.
There was a lot of episodes.
Oh.
And it was, the original channel was BBC Two, because
Right, okay.
CBeebies only started existing from 2002.
Look up, look down, look all around. Up in the air or on the ground. Come for a walk, come for a ride. There's so much to see, so come outside.
Initial thoughts, comments, reactions.
Well, my initial thought was disappointment because we're not doing the show I want to do today.
We'll get to
And I
Bamzooki.
will make my disappointment known.
We'll get to Bamzooki. Don't you worry. In fact, let's do that next time. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
Fucking patronising.
Well, you know, I'm trying to get you to cooperate.
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 Corroborate.
And corroborate.
If only you were a rapper.
Can you just start talking about this show?
Right, okay.
Thank you. Do you even have anything to say about this show?
Dog.
dog.
I actually have a memory of Come Outside, but I don't know if it was a memory that I invented, or if it actually, like, if it...
Tell me.
The one where the water gets turned off.
Yes, that happened.
I fucking remember.
Yeah. And then she visits Thames Waters.
Yeah, and she's got like one for a cup of tea, and don't forget one to flush the toilet with.
I remember that. Oh my god, I'd forgotten that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I invented a memory.
She's like, and now let's go see a sewage treatment works to the Thames water.
Yeah.
Because that's what kids want.
Yeah, I was like absolutely fascinated by this shit.
That's the thing, is that it isn't what kids want, but it's the only thing I remember.
But it's what they need.
I think it must have just held a memory, because I was watching it like, what?
One thing I absolutely love about Come Outside is that in the list of episodes, there is one called Sewage and one called Geese.
Useful holes.
Useful holes, bricks, geese. Well, I invented a memory that actually isn't something that happened.
Okay.
And yet it is the one thing that really, really stuck with me about that show.
Okay.
And it wasn't even fucking true. And I learned this today. And genuinely, like, you know, you have like memories that they're just quite present in the forefront of your mind, like all the time. That was this for me. And today it's like a part of my life ended.
Okay.
So at the end of the bricks episode, where you learned how bricks were made.
Yeah. This was for kids who might have wanted to go into more like
bricklaying. Vocational.
Like vocational subjects.
Yeah. A guy from the brick factory, this is in my memory, knocks on the door of Auntie Mabel's cottage, and she opens up and he goes,
Oi, do you want some bricks?
Yeah. Yeah. He goes, hello, Auntie Mabel. Would you like a brick? And just presents her with a brick. And I swear to God that happened. And I rewatched the brick episode today for research, and that's the episode I'll be hanging the structure of this episode on, because they're all more or less the same, and it just feels easiest to like stick with one. I'm trying something out. I'm trying out a new, you know. And I rewatched it and it didn't happen. He knocked on the door and he said, hello, Auntie Mabel, we've got some bricks for you. Like she'd ordered them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't... That's
like
not...
a door-to-door salesman, but for bricks.
Yeah, and it's not the same thing as, hello, Auntie Mabel, would you like a brick? It's not the same.
Would you like to buy this set of knives?
If you order now, we'll also throw in a set of steak knives. Meg, I can't... I don't want to be dramatic. This has hurt me.
What? Because our line was slightly different from what you remembered?
I feel like a part of me has been cored out like an apple. It's not... It didn't happen.
Is that why you've had a hole running through you all day?
Yeah. It's just so... I can't... Oh, okay. It's going to take me a few days to actually get over this.
Okay.
It's a whole part of my brain. It feels like I've been lobotomised.
Well, it's a good job I'm going into the office tomorrow and I don't have to deal with it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I don't have to deal with that. For the benefit of anyone... I'm going to go again.
Why? I don't know.
Because I didn't need you to talk in this bit.
Like a mouth.
It's a nice little treat for everyone that I'll probably keep in.
It's banana Huel.
Ooh, is that like a dessert Huel or a savoury Huel or?
I think the savoury Huels have got bits in them. Like I think they're actually like dried pasta that you add.
Oh,
yeah,
like a minestrone.
No, like astronaut food.
Oh, dehydrated food.
Yeah, I think that's what it is,
Okay.
and it sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, gross.
It is the main reason I'm not an astronaut.
Yeah, because you'd be a great astronaut if it weren't for that.
They may have to turn the water off for a while, so I'd better save some just in case. I'll need water for my cup of tea, and water for cooking my supper in tonight. I'll need water to wash in, And water for the loo. What a lot I need. I'd never really thought before how much I use in a day. Jolly lucky to have it coming out of the tap like this. Have you ever wondered where water comes from? Well, come outside and I'll show you. Pippin, it's time to fly.
So, this is, I mean, if you haven't seen Come Outside, presumably you grew up in a different country or something, or your parents didn't allow a TV in the house. Like, maybe you were a hippie family. I don't know. But I'm just going to, like, quickly breeze through what happened in a typical episode. So, Auntie Mabel, she starts off in her house. She comments on something she's doing. So, like, maybe she's knitting a jumper.
Or laying some bricks.
Or laying some bricks. And she'll be like, oh, I'm out of wool. Let's go to the wool factory to see how wool is made.
That's when you watch all the sheep getting slaughtered as a 4-year-old.
How do you think wool's made? It's not made from the innards.
You chop the sheep up.
Bricks. She's either like laying bricks, she'll go to the brick factory. That's the one I watched today. So she'll get in her plane and she will take you to wherever the thing is made.
Now.
Or wherever the food is grown, or like whatever the topic is.
We're all a bit more carbon aware, aren't we?
Yes, she's got her own.
She never said, "Oh, I need to refuel my plane."
She never said that.
Let's find out where
fuel comes from.
And how much it costs the planet.
Yeah, maybe if it was made today. Well, everyone who appeared in it is now dead. So.
Even the dog?
Both dogs. So you get the idea. Like, she goes to wherever...
She brum-brums around
She brum-brums
around
in her little plane. Sometimes, if the topic of the episode is marmalade, like in the episode Marmalade, she'll fly to Seville and show oranges being grown. But that doesn't happen very often. Usually it's somewhere
there's nowhere closer that grows fucking oranges.
Yeah. But usually it's just like an animal sanctuary if the episode theme is badgers or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Then once she gets in her aeroplane, you're treated to some lovely shots of a body double who is a pilot. You've got a...
Oh, yeah, because isn't the bits where she goes to Spain is a body double in Spain and then she's on a green screen?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can't believe you know that.
I think I saw it on Twitter like the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's a topical, trending episode that we're making. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it still, though.
Okay. Pretend for the kids. Okay.
I'm so happy to be here.
And when she's flying...
I love you, Elsie.
I love you too. When she's flying, you get like a repeat of the theme song, and it's like a lovely, beautiful instrumental. It's a really nice theme song. It's really nice.
Yeah,
it's very pretty. And then once you're at the place, you've got like her narrating like how it's made porn, basically. Like, you know, there's viral videos of, like, inside of factories.
Yeah.
It's, like, deeply, deeply, deeply satisfying and really calming. And I could watch it today and still, honestly, be pretty interested by what's happening. I'd have it on as, like, background noise. It's just really chill.
Yeah.
It looks like a toy from up here, doesn't it? There's the factory. And that's where we're going. Because this is where they use the clay to make bricks. First of all, the clay is crushed into small pieces by 2 giant wheels. It travels on through some more crushers, and then it's mixed with water. This makes the clay soft. Now it's ready to use. They roll the clay in some sand and sawdust so it isn't too sticky. Then it's put in a brick-shaped box called a mould. A strip of wire scrapes off the top. They're tipped out of their moulds, and there are the bricks. But they're not finished yet.
Then they will shoehorn in like a whisper of a storyline. Like, for example, Auntie Mabel loses a ring and Pippin finds it by the end of the episode.
Right.
But there are two storylines that I'm going to talk about later that are actually don't belong there and are really like dark and just weird and tonally wrong. The brick episode I'm talking about has one of those where it's just like, oh my god, is Pippin dead? Like, it's bizarre. There will also be either a song somewhere in the episode, either at the beginning, middle, or end, like literally anywhere. It's not built into the show in like any sort of meaningful way.
Other than it is there.
Yeah. Or it'll be a song or it'll be a story, and it's accompanied by an animation. And it's no particular animation style, like it's all made by different companies. Sometimes they're like very basic, like still images. Sometimes they're like really nice stop motion. It depends, like they're all different. There's no like actual look to the show. The look of the show is the English countryside. No, not even that, just like an airfield, a spotty private plane, and a dog. And it's a half terrier, half, I don't know what it is. Oh, half collie, half border collie, and half something terrier. Before we talk about the cast or any of the episodes in detail, what I really want to talk about is the plane.
This little spotty.
The little spotty plane. She's kind of an icon.
Do you think it's on Flight Radar?
No, I don't think it's on Flight Radar.
She's dead?
Yeah. And she was never the pilot of it anyway.
Decommissioned.
Yeah, that's right. So the plane is a Slingsby T-67 Firefly.
Okay.
Does that mean anything to you?
Plane.
Yeah, it means nothing to me either. It was manufactured by Slingsby Aviation, who are a Yorkshire-based company, so our neck of the woods. You know Kirby Moorside?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's from. That's where that plane's from.
Oh.
They've got an airfield. Have you ever been to Kirby Moor? No. Okay. So
the North produces things too.
Yeah. This is a quote from Wikipedia. It has been used as a trainer aircraft by several armed forces as well as civilian operators. Blah, 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 blah. The aircraft became controversial in the United States after three fatal accidents during...
Dewing.
The aircraft... The aircraft became controversial in the United States after three fatal accidents during US Air Force training operations. The Firefly has poor spin recovery and has been involved in at least 36 fatal accidents. And you can buy one today for about 30,000 quid. Worth it.
36, at least 36 fatal accidents, so at least 36 people are dead because of it.
Yeah. 3 in the US. Also, Prince Harry used to fly one.
So they do produce things in Yorkshire, but not fucking very well.
Not good.
Not good. Very bad.
It's got poor spin recovery. I don't know what that means.
Can't recover from spin well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's of interest to anyone that Prince Harry used to fly one. No, I didn't think so.
Do you think he's got poor spin recovery?
I don't know.
I didn't know he could fly a plane. That's quite...
You didn't know he... Really?
Why would I know that?
Because famously, he was in the military.
Yeah.
and-
Not everyone in the military. He wasn't even in the RAF. He was in the...
The RAF?
He was in the army.
Yeah, but wasn't his thing in the army that he was a pilot?
I don't know.
No, I don't either.
When
I don't know what I'm talking
army,
about.
I was a kid. And I didn't give a shit.
I still don't give a shit. I don't know why I'm arguing with you. So we know that at least 2 gingers have flown that model of plane.
She ginger?
Yeah, she is. Should we talk about her?
Can be, yeah.
I've not got a lot about... So it's Linda Barron,
Yes.
who's the actress. She died last year.
Yes, I know she did.
In March.
Yeah.
She was 82, and the other role that she was most well known for was Open All Hours, which is a
Yes,
sitcom I
she
have
was.
never seen.
Look, get a soak in the bath tonight, love. You'll be all
Don't
right.
stroke him. I hope you haven't come over here to maul him about.
I've come for me loaf and tea cakes. He's all right. You look a bit flushed, though. You should be careful at your age. You've been going through the change, haven't you? In the till, I mean.
Oh. No, to be honest, you know, it's the top of my leg, to be honest. I wish you'd have a look at the top of my leg.
I'll do no such thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, then I'll have a look at yours, then.
Oh my god.
Was it good?
I absolutely... When I was a child, I was obsessed with it. I really loved it.
Listen to it.
I really, really loved it when I was a kid.
Every so often, by which I mean twice in my life, Meg has come out with a really old sitcom that she used to love and still loves. The first one was Ever Decreasing Circles with Richard Briar. Is it Richard Briar or
Richard
Briars?
Briars, yeah.
Briars.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
it's
think
Joe
it's Richard
Wicks all
Briars.
over again.
I think it's Briars. I loved it because...
Yeah, I know.
And my mum had the box set.
Of Open All Hours
no,
or
Ever Decreasing
Circles.
And
An excellent sitcom.
an excellent sitcom.
But weird for a teenage girl to be obsessed with
Wasn't
in the era.
teenage.
What were you like?
I was a kid.
Okay.
And she had it, and my mum, like, she binge watches things. So when
Yeah.
she starts watching something, and she's always been like this, she like watches it beginning to end, and generally that puts me off it. Like seeing it on the TV all the fucking time makes me not want to watch it.
You went through an unfortunate phase of not wanting to ever see Buffy ever again.
Yeah, because she just watches it all the time.
Yeah.
I hate it. No, I really loved Ever Decreasing Circles to the point where I would watch it of my own volition. I don't think we ever had the box set of Open All Hours, but I remember it used to get played on like BBC Two.
Yeah, probably.
In the evening, I think. And
Did they repeat it as well? Like,
Yeah,
fair-
yeah,
did they
yeah, on
reboot it? Is it
repeats.
one of those that they rebooted
I think they did bring it back.
for a
I don't
little
think I
bit?
ever watched the reboot, and I haven't watched it in years, so I couldn't actually tell you much about it, but I remember loving it as a child.
Because the thing about Ever Decreasing Circles is that it's aged quite immaculately.
It has, and my dad hates both Ever Decreasing Circles and The Good Life. Is it Good Life?
Yeah, the other Richard Briars thing.
Because he doesn't like Richard... I don't know if he doesn't like Richard Briars or he doesn't like the Richard Briars characters in either of those shows.
My parents adore both of those shows.
Well, let's be honest. In Ever Decreasing Circles, this is suddenly a podcast about Ever Decreasing Circles.
yeah, why not?
The Richard Briars character is a dick. He's such a
Insufferable.
prick.
In real life,
But-
you'd hate him.
In The Good Life,
Lovely man.
lovely man.
Really lovely man.
Just ADHD, innit?
Actually, my parents threw a New Year's Eve party about 15 years ago, and they called it the Margot and Jerry party because it was.
Your parents are a bit like Margot and Jerry, though, aren't they?
That's I think quite rude, but I'll move
they
on.
are a bit like Howard and Hilda, though.
Yeah, they're like Howard and Hilda.
I like imagine your mum and dad wandering around the house like wearing matching jumpers.
It's happened by
And
accident.
like in my head, they go everywhere together.
It's
Like,
happened by accident. They found themselves out on the street and looked at each other and gone, "Oh no, we're Howard and Hilda. We need to go home and change."
I don't think you should go home and change. I think you should own it, because whenever that happens with me and my boyfriend, and he turns around and gets changed, I feel deeply offended and unloved. So I think that your parents should just own it.
Except for you and your boyfriend, it's not like jumpers. It's
Every piece of item, like every item of clothing.
it's like 80s windbreakers.
I don't have any windbreakers, but we do have the same fleece, like the exact same fleece,
Yeah,
but
lots
in
of-
different
yeah.
colourways.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like matching, but like cool, innit? Like,
Yeah. So
I think your parents are cool though.
thank you. I think your parents are cool. If I could go back in time, I would love to go to the 70s themed Margot and Jerry New Year's party.
I'd like to go. Yeah, I next time your parents have a party, I would love an invite.
Well, their house is like the perfect layout for a party. We've had a party there. And they did a Western themed one for one New Year.
Yeah.
They did an 80s themed one and then the 70s themed one. And they said that the Western one was like one of the best nights of their life.
Elsie had her 18th birthday party in her house. And to this day, we are still finding out. And bear in mind, Elsie's 24 now. So this was 6.5 years ago nearly. And to this day, we're still finding out things that happened on that night. Yeah.
It's just a good layout for a party. Somehow it just works.
I might write a TV show about that party.
Oh, careful. No real names.
I won't name anyone the same thing. What I will do is just take names from real people and just swap them. So like... I won't have to come up with any new names. Just take the names of everyone at the party. That is going to cause
some real confusion.
I know.
Some awful things and some terrible things happen. Oh my God, I'm just remembering it all now.
And if any of you are listening...
They are.
Who were at that party, I fucking remember. All right?
I probably don't. But she's going to tell me.
Because I think I may have ended up being... the only sober person at that party, because I remember showing up fairly late. I brought alcohol and didn't drink it, and ended up cleaning up quite a lot of alcohol because...
Well, that sounds a lot like you anyway.
Yeah, but I have a lot of respect for your parents, and the last thing that I wanted was for your mum to come home and find dark fruit soaked into her front room carpet.
You were my guardian angel that night.
Anytime.
You were my mum that night, and you said to me for months afterwards, "I'm sorry I was so grumpy at your party," and I was like, "No, don't ever be sorry for cleaning."
I picked like miniature pizzas out of your sink and toilet.
I didn't know that. Yeah, see, yeah. I'm still finding out things that happen.
Like there were little tiny hors d'oeuvre pizzas.
I love those little pizzas.
Yeah, they were in your downstairs toilet.
So we got pulled a little bit off course there, but we were talking about Linda Barron, who was in Open All Hours, as well as Come Outside.
Yes.
I don't really have that much of a biography for her, to be honest. She just led a pretty, chilled out existence.
Did a bit of flying, did a bit of...
She didn't do any flying.
Did a bit of living across from a shop, and then died last year aged 82.
Well, she did a lot of musical theatre. She was like a singer, dancer kind of person.
Okay.
And in 2007, there was a stage version of the 70s film In Celebration, and she was in that with Tim Healy, famously the father of Matty Healy.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a bit about Matty Healy, or... No, let's leave that one alone. I'm a fan of his father's work. Let's just leave it there.
What I will say about Matty Healy is that if you feel like torturing yourself for about 8.5 minutes, watch the Chicken Shop Date with him, because I know the whole point of Chicken Shop Date is like, Amelia de Boldenberg interviews someone in the kind of guise of a date, and she's a little bit awkward because she's meant to be on this date.
Yeah, it's an act that she's putting on.
And he wasn't getting the fact that she's putting an act on,
yeah,
and just was more awkward than she was, but it was real.
Just managed to make it actually awkward.
Yeah, like
she was pretending. She was doing a bit.
Like, well done, Amelia.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened.
She just rode it out. She just...
Yeah.
I found it really painful to watch.
I thought it was hilarious because he had no idea.
Yeah. It's like that whole thing where, like, men don't realise that women are being funny if women are being dry funny.
Yeah.
It's like they think that they can't do it, so they take them at face value.
Yeah.
Like, when you're being sarcastic in front of a man, very often, like, I've actually found this, they'll just believe you because and think that you're an idiot because they can't conceive that you might be joking because women aren't funny. That's it.
Anyway, that's my bit on Matty Healy. That's all I'm willing to say.
Okay. So I've got a a more interesting and varied and fascinating biography for Pippin the dog.
The bio for the dog is more interesting than the bio for the woman.
It's fascinating.
Right, okay, go on then.
Before I go on, Pippin in the show, boy or girl?
Boy.
No,
Go.
girl. And for some reason, this seems to be like a widespread misconception. Until today, I didn't realise that Pippin was a girl.
I don't think I had any preconceptions. I simply took a guess there and was wrong.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Pronouns are she and her all throughout the show, but I think a lot of people just think, I don't know
Dogs
why
are
that is.
he's and
Cats are she's. Forks are she's and knives are he's.
Spoons are they.
Spoons are they. Rhinos are he's and hippos are she's.
Yeah.
What else?
Because like rhino's spiky, but like hippo round.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And blue is for boys.
Yeah. Ugh, blue, gross.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of others. So the first dog to play Pippin was actually called Pippin,
Right.
and she was the third generation descendant of another famous actor dog. And this actor dog was called Higgins.
Higgins.
I need you right now to Google Higgins the dog,
Okay.
because I'm not especially a dog person, but like this dog is so cute. Have you found him?
Yeah.
Look at him.
He looks like a puppet.
He looks like a pup. He looks like Ralph the dog.
Yeah.
He is so cute. So he was in the film Benji. I know. Look at
His
him.
little eyes.
I know.
I'd love to take him for a walk. Unfortunately, he's dead.
He has been for quite some time.
Yeah.
So he is most remembered for his role as the original Benji in the film Benji. I don't know that film, but it's like a big American film, I think.
No, that's why we don't know him.
Yeah, I've no idea, but he was... Sorry, I'm going to read from the beginning of this article. Higgins was an American dog actor, one of the well-known animal actors during the 60s and 70s.
Not acting dog.
No, not an acting dog, a
Dog
dog
actor.
actor. And this picture of him, like, you know how on like vintage style birthday cards with like people from
Yeah.
the 50s, he looks like that in this picture.
Yes, he
It's
does.
it's
yeah.
a weird, it's like a vintage photo of a dog. He
Yeah.
looks great. He looks
Yeah,
great.
he does. He's very cute.
He is. So this, his Wikipedia page has the section early life, career, personal life, and death. And in the personal life,
Controversy.
in personal life, it has the two the two subheadings, friends and family. It's really, I mean, he was a famous dog, I
Yeah.
guess. So anyway, Pippin was a third generation descendant of, so she's a Nepo dog, is
Fuck
what
off.
I'm getting at. I've been sitting on that. And the dog that took over from Pippin when Pippin got too old to play Pippin was Pippin's grandson. And he was called Mr. Higgins. So it's a dynasty, really.
Mr. Higgins.
Very,
That's very
very well
cute.
trained. Like, obviously, the talent runs in the family.
Yeah.
Or it's just like some very expensive dog handlers. Because apparently, the person who trained Higgins, the original Higgins, Higgins Senior, if you will, was like a famous Hollywood dog
Okay.
trainer. Yeah. So I want to talk now about specifically those two episodes that were just a bit like out of place, in my opinion.
Okay.
There's a lot to choose from, but like these are two episodes that kind of stuck with me for a long time because of their weird subplots.
Right.
And like, bear in mind, most of these episodes have like a paper thin subplot. But in the brick episode, she goes to like the quarry.
Great.
Yeah, she goes to the quarry because she's laying bricks at the start. So she's like this badass like old woman, like making her own wall. and then she gets in her plane because she needs more bricks.
I hope she got planning permission for that.
Yeah, I hope she got planning permission for that, or I'm writing some sort of email.
Let's come outside to the council headquarters.
Yes, she gets in a plane, goes to the quarry to buy new bricks. And after she's done teaching us about how bricks are made, and then she sings a song about bricks, she loses sight of Pippin. And we go on a little adventure with Pippin around the quarry, sort of watching her like look at different things that are happening.
Yeah.
And each bit is like sort of, they're teasing the fact that Pippin might get crushed.
Right.
So she's watching like some sort of heavy material being like dumped into like a pit, and you think it's gonna like hit her, and then she runs away just in time. Then you're watching like a grabber sort of what do you call it? Like not a forklift, like a grabby thing. Big metal grabby hand coming down.
Yeah,
And when it lifts back up again, Pippin's gone. It's like she's been crushed.
Goodbye.
Yeah. And Auntie Mabel, it goes back to Auntie Mabel, and she's like, Pippin? Where is she? I told her to stay by my side. These places are so dangerous.
Then why did you bring her?
Right? And she goes home without her dog, looks sadly over into the garden where Pippin was making her own toy wall, looks sadly over to the hook where she leaves her lead, looks sadly over to Pippin's bed, and you're like, right, so she's lost her dog.
Right.
It's like, okay, great, what now?
Now what? Yeah.
Now what? Then the guy knocks on the door. Hello, Auntie Mabel, would you like a brick? We've also got your dog. So
Why didn't he lead with that?
look, I know.
Hello, Auntie Mabel. Brick first, dog
It's
later.
just such a strange atmosphere. It's like, what's happening? This is supposed to be like a really chill, like semi-educational, just, you know? And then
Yeah.
Pippin died.
Come on, Pippin. Where's Pippin? Pippin. I told her to stay by my side. Those building sites are such dangerous places.
The more I think about it, the more I think that Come Outside would be such a good format for a show for, like, you know, adult babies. You know, like obviously like the listeners of this show, you know. But,
Do explain.
like you know people who are, you know, adjusting to adult life, and but it's more like, you
Auntie
know,
Mabel but taxes.
Auntie
Okay,
Mabel
all right.
has alcohol poisoning, or like Auntie Mabel gets a fixed penalty notice.
Yes!
Auntie Mabel contests a parking fine.
Auntie Mabel at the job centre. Contest a parking fine. Oh my god.
Auntie Mabel gets her £60 off a month heating bill. Auntie Mabel deals with the cost of living crisis.
Auntie Mabel has a hangover. Auntie Mabel at the work Christmas do.
I think it would be really good.
Yeah, it
Maybe
would.
we should do
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Shall we write it?
They're like, you know, like the Ladybird books, but like the grown-up
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. I like that.
Auntie Mabel votes for Brexit,
But
deals
still,
with the consequences.
but still, like, the exact same format. So, like, same very calming narration. She still sings a song. She still reads from a storybook. The dog's there as well.
Auntie Mabel puts her parents in a nursing home.
Auntie Mabel deals with a passive-aggressive email from her boss.
Auntie Mabel and Universal Credit.
Auntie Mabel gets Twitter cancelled. Deals with the fallout of a badly phrased tweet.
Auntie Mabel at the food bank.
Oh, that is such...
Sorry.
No, that is like an incredibly sad image. She's an old lady. Well, she's actually not that old in Come Outside. Like, she's, what, 60? It's so sad, though.
Auntie Mabel tweets a homophobic slur.
Auntie Mabel is a TERF. No. That is not... She isn't. Let me just... You know it's a joke. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Auntie Mabel at the betting shop.
Auntie Mabel is dependent on painkillers.
Auntie Mabel's descent into alcoholism.
Auntie Mabel can't get her printer to work.
Auntie Mabel in the male prostitute. Auntie Mabel learns how to make her girlfriend squirt.
Auntie Mabel at the immigration office.
These are like real life adult problems.
She's crying. I mean, I've never been at the immigration office.
Auntie Mabel gets catfished. Auntie Mabel hits a pedestrian and gets her licence revoked.
Auntie Mabel won't take a vaccine.
Auntie Mabel didn't see the speed camera.
Auntie Mabel is a free thinker, debating in the free marketplace of ideas. Auntie Mabel joins QAnon.
Oh, there's
Auntie
so many.
Mabel feeds her dog an all-vegan diet and kills it.
Auntie Mabel has gout.
Something that my other flatmate said to me about a year ago, and I've been turning it over in my mind ever since. She said, to get gout, you need to be eating wrong your entire life.
Well, that's
I know it's not true.
No,
it's just a
here's
funny thing to say.
The thing is that we can let our medical consultant see what she makes of that when, obviously, because we consult her once the episode goes. And then she sends us an angry email.
Yes,
saying,
it's not true.
No, that's not how you get gout. What she actually did was she texted me and she said, I just want to let you know that is how
Sorry,
you get gout.
listener, we're referring to last episode where we said that Robbie Rotten probably has gout, and our friend emailed us to tell us that that's by eating cake and candy, and
it's by drinking a lot of alcohol and eating red meat. Did you read the email?
I did read the email.
Or did you just respond to the email?
Basically, we've got a friend that monitors our podcast for like medical inaccuracies.
Well, yeah, no, and she texted me, and I had to point out that it was you that said it, and if she wanted to get in touch, then she should send a fucking email and stop bothering me.
She has my number, but that's just not...
It was very funny, though.
It was formal, is what it was. I felt properly
was
told
less,
off.
It wasn't very formal, actually. You sent quite a very nice little professional formal email back. And
Well,
she
I
went,
did, you
Hello,
know.
Elsie. That's not real.
Well, you know, when people are complaining, and I found this in customer service work, there often people come in looking for an argument. I'm not going to give it to them. You know what I mean? She was looking for conflict, and I wasn't going to rise to it.
Well, I wasn't going to give it to her either. I just redirected the conflict to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This reminds me of the Three Little Pigs. The first little pig built a house of straw with a chimney, a window, and a little red door. A hungry wolf came prowling through the town, and he puffed and he blew the house down. Help, help! The wolf wants to eat me! The second
And the other episode that I want to talk about is called Useful Holes. So there's an episode called Holes in the Ground.
That sounds like it could be an adult one.
Yes. There's an episode called Holes in the Ground. There's another episode called Useful Holes.
Useful holes.
Like, there aren't that
Like a
many.
keyhole.
Like, there's maybe, I don't know, like
Like a
80 episodes altogether. Maybe like less than that, probably. They could have done anything, and they choose to waste 2 episodes on holes. So yeah, it's all about useful
like
holes.
windows.
Like, yeah, like windows, yeah.
Sometimes you'll find us high in a tree. Look close at the ground, and what do you see? You need us for letters, to let water flow. Cats and dogs use us when they come and go. What are we? We're useful holes.
So it starts off with them watching a little mouse hole in their house, seeing if a mouse is going to come out of it.
That's
Then
not very useful, actually.
it's not.
Get a high-frequency emitter.
Right, yeah. Or peppermint oil.
Shall I tell my mouse story?
Oh, yeah. All right.
This episode really isn't about anything, is it?
Well, I only had about half an hour of actual content about this show, so I'm grateful for our tangents.
So, I spent about a week at my boyfriend's house, and I had a cold when I arrived, and my cold was kind of leaving my body towards the end of the week.
Good.
And I realised that I could smell something strange in his room. And it was kind of like a sort of like sweet smell, but it wasn't like very pleasant. And I decided that like on my lunch break I was gonna take all the rubbish out, like, because there was a bag of rubbish in there, and I thought I very well could have put a sandwich in there and it could have gone off. That could be what it is. So I did. I dealt with that. Smell was still there.
I wonder where this is going. When she said, "Let me tell my mouse story."
Oh, I hoped you weren't going to put that in.
Oh.
I hoped you were just going to like.
Sorry.
So I took the rubbish out. Smell was still there. I thought it'll probably be because my boyfriend plays football, so it's probably football kit or something in the laundry. He can deal with that. My boyfriend had gone to Tunisia the week before, and when he goes away, unplugs all the electronics in his room. All of the electronics in his room include a high-frequency emitter, because he lives in an old farmhouse prone to mice, and the next day he sent me a picture of a decayed mouse in a mouse trap, and said, "Do you think this is what the smell could have been?" Now, yes, that is what the smell was. I'd been smelling decayed, gone off mouse.
Gone off mouse. Past its best mouse.
That must have been in that trap for about 10 to 14 days.
Jesus
before
Christ.
he found it. And here's the thing, is that you couldn't tell by looking at the trap that the mouse was in there. I'd looked and I couldn't see it. And the trap was about 1.5 meters from my face on my side of the bed, which was why I was smelling it so much. And to this day, I cannot get over the fact that for literally a week, I was breathing in dead mouse particles.
Yeah, and he let you.
And he let me, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about this is that his house is home to about 30 fucking cats.
Yeah.
So what a waste of 30 cats.
What's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point if the mouse is just gonna... Anyway.
Die there anyway.
The lesson here is You can turn
You're
off...
better off single.
You can turn... Yes. Dump him.
Now chop his dick
turn
off.
off all your electronics, but do not turn off the high-frequency emitter.
Or the fridge.
It's not going to cause a fire. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, Pippin. Hello, me dears. There are mice living in that hole in the wall. One of them might come out if we keep really quiet. A little mouse lived in a hole in the wall, which wasn't too big and wasn't too small. Just roomy enough for his father and mother, his uncle, his aunt, his sister and brother, and grandma and granddad, the oldest of all. A family of mice in the hole in the wall.
Useful holes.
Plug sockets.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, plug sockets, yes.
My point is, mouse holes are not useful. They're
Okay.
a nuisance.
Oh, very good.
Thanks.
Nice segue.
Cheers.
Nice. We came full circle.
We did.
Well, most of the episode is about holes that animals live in. But then at the end of the episode, they talk about other useful holes, like a dog flap.
Or a cat
And-
flap.
Well, yes, and a cat flap, but there isn't a cat in the show.
A dog flap's not real.
It's not really a thing. It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
yeah.
no, it's not a
So
thing.
they go
Like a
out.
buttonhole.
A buttonhole, also useful, yes. Why are you smiling at me?
I did a good job.
You did. Oh, you did do a good job. You did. A buttonhole is really useful.
Thank you.
It is very, very good. Gold star. So they talk. Oh my god! They are talking about. They're teaching us about useful holes. We go out to the forest. We spot a bunch of animals that live in holes, so they're useful, right? We go home. She's telling us about the dog flap and why that's useful, and she tells a story about something that happened the day that she put in the dog flap and why it's so useful. So we flash back and it's like a live action, this is what happened. So what Auntie Mabel did is she chopped up some potatoes and she said, that should be enough for our supper, which suggests that Pippin was also going to eat
Potatoes.
She puts them in a chip pan.
Right.
She goes into her like larder area and the door locks behind her.
Auntie Mabel calls the fire brigade.
Yeah! The door locks behind her. She's locked in and the chip pan's on. So Pippin, like, runs out to get help, basically.
Yeah.
And the pan is getting...
In real life, the house
dead.
burns down.
Yeah. It's a proper Timmy's down the well kind of situation.
You never, ever leave a chip pan unattended.
You never... Well, no, it was attended. She could see through the door. She could see the
not
fire.
attended. It's not attended. She can't attend it. It's
Like,
not attended.
she knew what was happening. She just couldn't do anything about it.
I've seen my mum set fire to at least 2 chip pans.
I don't think my family has ever owned a chip pan.
It's not. Anything can be a chip pan if you fill it with enough oil else.
I thought you were going to say chips.
She once set fire to the oven
That's really impressive.
because she closed the grill while it was on. and
That's an
it's full of
achievement.
bacon.
Right.
Yep.
Is that why your family doesn't eat bacon anymore? Or one of the reasons? Or so? Well, the fire is raging, and Pippin the dog leaves through the dog flap, barks at. So the fire brigade is like round the corner in this world, and they also know Pippin's name. And they're like, "What is it, boy? I mean, girl." Oh my god, the patriarchy has me in a chokehold.
Dog boy.
What is
cat
it, Pippin?
girl.
Auntie Mabel's in trouble. So they go around to her house. The kitchen is now engulfed in flames. And this is like supposed to be
For kids.
a really like calming show. And it's not a message about not leaving chip pans on, which is what you usually hear before chip pans went out of fashion. It was make sure you've got enough useful holes in your house.
We don't need chip pans anymore because we've got air fryers now.
Dear, the door's stuck. Pippin, I can't get out. Oh, the chip pan. It'll catch fire if I don't do something. Pippin, go and get help. If Pippin hadn't been able to get out, I don't know what I would have done.
I'm really glad that we managed to drag this out to an hour.
Oh, is this it?
Well, I don't really have anything else to say about Come Outside, other than it's, we usually do a little review, don't we? Like bad reviews.
I can't imagine there are any bad reviews.
There aren't. It's a beloved show.
Everyone loved it, including my mum and dad.
Yeah, we watched it in school, actually. Like it was a wet playtime kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, what's bad to say?
Yeah, we also watched...
A tight 14 minutes.
It is a tight 14... Have you been watching it?
No, I just looked on the Wikipedia just now.
Okay, right. I was going to say, that is some specific knowledge.
40 episodes, English.
Oh, only 40?
Yeah.
And 2 are about holes.
Oh, God.
Come on.
The episode entitled Bricks won the Royal Television Society Educational Television Award 1997 in the preschool and infants category. Bricks.
Are you kidding me?
That's what it says. Awards and honours.
The Bricks episode?
Yeah, the episode entitled Bricks.
Where Pippin almost dies. In a quarry?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess the episode that stuck with me the longest was...
the one that won an award.
It must have been good. So maybe I should watch the others and see if they're, up to scratch.
To make it appear that Aunt Mabel had visited the Orange Grove, she was recorded in a studio against a chroma key background while a body double was used for reverse angle shots of her in Spain. Yes, because we were really, really fooled into thinking that she was there.
I remember the episode. It was about marmalade.
Yeah, mammaled.
Mammaled.
As we call it in
this
house.
The episode entitled Mammaled.
Mammaled sandwich.
Mammaled sandwich, yeah.
What do you keep under your hat in case of emergencies?
A mammaled sandwich.
Mammaled sandwich, yeah.
I really don't think I have anything more to say about this show because it was just a nice little show. Like, it was educational, it was relaxing, lovely music, lovely dog, lovely presenter. I don't have any more. I'm sorry. I would love to be able to give you some bad comments from Common Sense Media, like we usually do.
I think it would actually really bum me out to hear people dunk on Aunt Mabel. So I'm glad there are no.
There's nothing to dislike.
Common Sense Media negative reviews about Come Outside.
There's nothing to dislike until we make our reboot.
Yeah, but like the adult version.
Yeah, exactly.
We should pitch that. If anyone, or we've just given away a really good idea.
Yeah. If we say the word copyright, does that just cover everything?
Tagging production companies on Twitter and stuff, and hope that look, we've got a really good idea. Just listen to this entire episode for the pitch.
Yeah, that'll work.
We've got loads of episode ideas.
They love it when you send them emails like that.
Get a load of British comedy actors to be in.
Do you know what it's a little bit like, actually? Look Around You.
Yes.
It's like, it's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have, listener, I don't know if you know Look Around You, but it's like not a very well-known comedy show, but it has like lots of really famous comedy actors in it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like 2 series. What's her name? Coleman is in it. Olivia Coleman is in it.
Yeah.
And it's like educational videos, but like funny. There's no way to describe it, but it's like a similar.
Does it have Peter Serafinowicz in it?
Peter Serafinowicz is in it. It's kind of similar to Come Outside, but like it's similar vibes.
It's educational, but like not really.
not really, no.
Like fake educational.
Feducational.
Mm-hmm.
How do we end this one? We could do Only Connect style sing the theme song?
Aunt Mabel
No.
does jury duty.
Yeah, that'll do.
Auntie Mabel,
Yes?
we've got some bricks for you.
Oh, thank you.
And something else that's yours, I think.
Really? What's that? Pippin!
Thank you for listening.
Thanks. I'm still trying to think of others.
If you can think of any others, just tweet us. Or message us on Instagram, or I don't know. Is there any other social media that actually people use?
Aunt Mabel identifies a dead body.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. This could run for years.
I think so.
This could run for years, yeah.
I'd love to create this show. Could someone...
Yeah, we could get more than 40 episodes out of it as well.
Someone sort that for me.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for
They
listening.
only have to be a tight 14 minutes. Hi, thank you. Sorry, Elsie.
No. I was just thinking. I was just having a think.
Okay. You were side-eyeing me like
No,
I'd done something wrong.
You've never. How could you? Look at your face.
Aw. That's so nice. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
It's been another successful week.
I don't really, again, like last week, I don't really think we talked about the actual TV show all that much.
What did we talk about? You can tweet us or follow us on Twitter. Do whatever you like to us on Twitter,
No,
actually.
they don't. You have to follow now.
What?
Elon said that.
Interesting. So if you want to tweet at someone, you have to be following them.
No, if you want to think about them. If you listen to the podcast.
Oh, you're doing a bit. I get you.
Actually, to be honest, you might have to follow someone to tweet at them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that app.
You have to follow us now because that's the
rules. It
rules.
doesn't even seem like a reputable thing to suggest people follow us on anymore, does it? It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds very unserious to say follow us on Twitter.
It does. Yes,
that thing.
Being on Twitter is now considered unsavoury.
Yeah.
Yes, but we are there, we're thoughts __ TV. And Instagram, which again, I don't know why you'd want to be part of that culture, but we are.
Yeah.
And we're Thoughts TV with a 0 instead of an O.
Yeah.
And I hate having to point that out every week, but that's just the way it has to be.
You need to find the actual account and sort of like beg them for
I
these,
know.
and then, like, send bribes.
Oh, we're also on the Gmail.
Oh, the old Gmail.
Yeah, Thoughts TV
Sorry,
2002.
I'm yawning, mate.
Yeah, let's just go.
Shut
We're
up.
done. We're done here now.
I need to get up.
Yeah.
Mate.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.